Hi guys, it's me again, Charles Norman from the Athletic Scholarship Academy.com website, the Athletic Scholarship Academy Pro software, and ProfessorQSS.com website. Okay, so this is part 2 where we're talking about high school kids that aren't getting enough playing time or not getting an opportunity to play at the high school level, regardless of the sport. And in part 1, we talked a lot about some of the reasons you may not be getting an opportunity to play. In this one, we're going to talk about the things that you can actually do if you're sort of in the doghouse or you're just not getting a chance to play, or somebody's in front of you and beating them out is going to be a little bit tough, and they're in the same, they may be one grade ahead of you or even with you. What are you going to do? And so we've already eliminated changing schools. We've eliminated complaining to the administration at the school. And so we want to solve this problem. So let's go into some of the situations where we can solve the problem. One thing you can do is become a niche player. And I know a lot of people want to be well-rounded. I watch people train for different sports, especially at the youth level, and they're training to do everything. But what you might want to do is look at your team, every single team. I don't care what team it is. There's somewhere on that team that there's something that they're having a problem with. And I'm going to go back to basketball. It's my mainstay when I'm talking about this stuff. But one of these things happened with my son. I said, well, why don't you become a defensive stopper for the other team's shooting guard? Okay, because that's usually the kid that's killing you on the other team, that shooting guard. Yeah, the point guard's making plays and making things happen. That shooting guard, they're running picks for them, screens all over the place. They're running specific plays to get them the shot that they want to get. Take that away and you get to play. Now you may not get to start because there's the kid that starts in front of you may be better offensively than you are, but you're the stopper. And then you can be able to stop the point guard, and maybe you can play the small forward. And so all of a sudden you're getting more playing time because you're affecting the game. You're impacting the game, because that's really the bottom line. So that's one thing you can do. You become that niche player. Take a look at your team. What's missing? In basketball, it could be rebounding. It could be setting screens really crisply and getting somebody open. One of the things you want to do is the star player on the team. How do you help them be more effective? What is it that they're not getting from someone else on the court that when you're on the court, they're happy? And so they'll go to the coach for you and say, hey, I really like it when that kid's playing with me. So you can get a little bit of help. So that niche player, find something on your team that's missing and do it better than everybody else. The next one, the specialist. Now, one of the problems with being a specialist is that you can kind of get locked into it, and that's all they think you can do. So if you're a well-rounded player, a lot of kids don't want to do this, but in every single sport, there's a specialist. In basketball, it's a shooter. But let's think football. You could be the long snapper. Okay, you're going to play regularly, and you're very, very important, because that's punts, that's after point kicks, that's a lot of things. You might even get to play more if the coach wants to go to a shotgun type situation. So you become the best at that, and there is an art to long snapping that is different than the art to be in a regular center. So that's something. What about the placeholder? Well, we already know the kicker, but what about the person that actually holds the ball? That at least it'll get you on the field. And believe it or not, if you want to play collegiate sports, every now and then they will pick up that specialist. If they're having trouble in that area, it's great to have a kid that's really good at whatever that is. If you're playing volleyball, that's setter. If you're playing baseball or something, a switch hitter, right? You can hit just as good from the left-hand side of the plate as the right-hand side of the plate. In every single sport, there is a specialist. You got to find out what that is. I go back to volleyball. You've got the digger. There's just a kid on that other team. There's a kid that's just killing on spiking the ball. I need a digger in there. I need somebody that's fearless, that has great technique, anticipation, that can get there and get that ball, at least give us a chance to be in the game, right? So it doesn't matter. You run in track and field. There's a million field sports that nobody wants to do. You can absolutely be out there. You just got to learn the technique, and you go get training for that technique. So becoming a specialist is a great way to get where you need to be. The other one is understanding the game better than everybody else. And this is one of the things I always say with kids, that remember I told you those 4 elements that coaches have no control over, but they're in love with it, and some of them don't even know that's why they're choosing who's going to play. That height, size, speed, and quickness. Well, sometimes you don't have one of those. You can't do anything about height. size, you can lift weights and get bigger, and so you can play that. But there's the speed and quickness that a lot of kids miss out on, especially for the position that they have the skill set to play. So what you want to do then is start learning the game in angles, anticipation, and so you can be 2 steps ahead of everybody else. The real thing that if you're all trying out, let's say everybody's first day of practice, there's some kids that have been there the year before, but everybody's trying to make the team. And so what the coaches are actually looking for, they're looking for intensity and kids that get in line first and all that kind of stuff, but that's not how they're going to choose who's going to play. What they're going to choose are the kids that make the game look easy. It's simple to them. And the way you make the game look easy and make it simple is by understanding the nuances of the game. You got to know what's going on, what's going to happen next. When you understand how the game is played, you already know what's going to happen next. You know what the other team's trying to do. You understand patterns. You can see it. You know where somebody wants to be. You know what this offense style is trying to pull off. You know what the defense is trying to make you do and take away from you. So you anticipate it and you're paying attention, and the game slows down for you. When you understand the game slows down. And from everyone else's perspective, the coaches, the people in the stands, coaches that may be observing you for the possibility of going to the next level, it looks like you're floating around and everything. You're just in the right place at the right time every time. So understand the game. Be a student of the game. It changes everything for you. You don't have to be the fastest, the quickest, the biggest, the tallest, whatever you need to be. You have it, and no one knows what that is. And then the other thing is, another area you can do is, and this kind of goes into being a specialist, but it's a little bit different, is that you develop a skill set that you're known for. This kid is the hardest hitter. We know when they come up that this kid is fearless. This kid can handle pressure with the ball. This kid doesn't fumble. This kid can dig anything from anywhere. This kid is a great server in volleyball. This kid can hit singles. This kid can hit home runs. This kid doesn't let anything get past him on the baseball field, from the infield. This kid can run down flies that other people would not get to. Whatever it is, you got to be known for something. So find a skill set and work on it. This is a little bit different than becoming a specialist, because you're still just playing, but you're kind of known for something. And once you're known for something, even if you're not even that good at it later on in the big scheme of things, you're still known for it. And the coaches will go, well, I don't know what's happening with him today, but he's really known for, or she's really known for X, Y, Z. So get known for something, and the way you get known for it is that what you pay attention to it. Take I hate to go back to basketball, but I'm going to do it anyway. You take an athlete like Dennis Rodman. Now, Dennis Rodman was a great athlete. Dennis Rodman was not a great basketball player per se, right? He's not Kobe Bryant or LeBron James or Carmelo Anthony, whatever. He's not a great basketball player, but he could what was he known for? Rebounding. And really, he was a great defender for a long time, and that's how he stayed in the league, or he made his name early. But rebounding is where it ended up, and to be perfectly honest with you, it hurt his defense later on in his career, because he was so busy trying to get to the rebound that he would leave his man maybe open on the side and feeling he could recover. And as you get older, you can't do some of the things you could do when you were younger, so you're not getting away with it as much. But I guess that's my point. When you're known for something, you will move around. If you're known as a shooter, if you know whatever it is, get known for something. So that's not all of them, and maybe I'll do another piece of this, but I just want you guys to know you're never stuck. Now, here's another thing that you can look at if you're kind of stuck at the high school, and no matter what you do, the coach is not letting you play. Okay? So if you're playing a sport that has travel and club opportunities, go ahead and stay at your high school, play and suffer through whatever's going on. Some coaches absolutely do have loyalty to your year that you're in the school, and until you're at least a junior, you're not going to start unless you're just so significantly better than everybody else that it's a no-brainer. He almost has to do it. But so you may have to wait your turn, but you can make up for it on your travel and club team. All right, so have the, if you're going to be talking to college coaches and using our software, the athleticscholarshipacademy.com website, or if you're a coach or a trainer using our software, Athletic Scholarship Academy Pro software, you can let the coaches know to come see you at your travel or club games, right? You can make up for it there. right? If you play a sport that doesn't have travel and club, like football or baseball and all that kind of, well, that if the coach is going to see you, they're going to have to go to a combine or a showcase. Or if you're a bowler or a cheerleader, you guys have competitions all the time. So you can make up for it later on, and you can explain to the coach, hey, you know what, at this school, until you're at this level, I'm not going to get a chance to play. What you may need at some point, though, is that high school coach to kind of vouch for you, because the college coach is going to call your high school coach at some point and say, hey, what do you think about this kid? And that coach may know that they have that rule in, and what some of the things they may say are, you know what, this kid probably could have started earlier, and I kind of held them out because I have this rule, the way I do things, and they didn't give me a hard time. They worked just as hard when they weren't starting as they do now, and now they want to, they're one of my top players, but they probably already were. So that's great in your favor, because the college coach, it may be the same situation. You may not get a chance to come in there and play right away, right? They want to know that you can handle a little adversity and not, go to the front office or looking to transfer immediately, that you will work your butt off to get to where you want to get, that you understand this is what's going on. There are always alternatives outside, and you can look at them. And again, I've named a few: your travel club ball, showcases, combines. Go to whatever you need to go to. You go to the camp for the school that you're really interested in. You put up some good numbers. Let's say we talked in the previous video about the football player that's the running back and the team passes all the time. Well, that's an opportunity for you to learn to be a great blocking for the quarterback back. So if there's a school, now obviously you would want to go to college if you have that type of talent, and you're thinking, I want to go where I'm going to handle the ball 50 times a game. But maybe you get an opportunity to go to a school that plays the same offense you just came from, and that coach will be interested in you because you can help block and come out of the backfield and catch those dump down passes and get a bunch of yards. Learn your craft, wherever you are. Learn your craft. You'll get a chance to play. And even if your stats aren't the greatest in the world, coaches know what they need. And if you fit that bill, whatever you're doing, you'll get a chance to play. All right, guys, I hope this has been helpful for you. I'll probably do some more in this line of reasoning so that you guys can feel comfortable and don't get so frustrated that you're stuck. You're never stuck. All I need you to do is have in your mind that you're going to play at high school, and if you want to play at the next level, that is your goal, and we'll help you get there. All right. Best of luck to you as always. Keep your head in the game, stay in the game, and we'll talk to you later. All right.